Welcome to our video on applying Sun Tzu's Art of War to modern business, diplomacy, and geopolitics. Today we'll explore 5 key lessons from Chapter 11, 9 situations, and see how they can be used in today's world. We'll look at each lesson in its military context, then apply it to business with real-world examples, and finally see how it relates to diplomacy and geopolitics. Sun Tzu, an ancient Chinese military strategist, wrote The Art of War over 2,500 years ago, and yet its principles remain strikingly applicable today. Let's get started. Friends, quick tip. To really absorb this video's lessons into your deep memory and turn them into action automatically, watch the video at least 3 times. Repetition is key, and with more practice, you'll build the tools and strategies you need to succeed in your career, business, and development context. Lesson 1. Situational awareness dictates strategy. In warfare, Sun Tzu identifies 9 types of ground, each requiring a specific strategy. Dispersive ground, home territory. Fighting on home soil risks troop desertion due to familiarity, so leaders must focus on morale and unity. Facile ground, shallow invasion. Early in enemy territory, swift advancement prevents counterattacks. Contentious ground, strategic value. Areas of high importance require delaying engagement or baiting enemies into errors. Open ground, accessible terrain. With freedom of movement, maintaining mobility avoids encirclement. Crossroads ground, multi-state access. Strategic locations connecting regions call for alliances and diplomacy over force. Serious ground, deep invasion. Deep in enemy territory, plundering resources and cutting supply lines are key. Difficult ground, harsh terrain. Harsh environments demand constant movement to avoid stagnation. Hemmed-in ground, confined spaces. Tight spaces require deception to mislead enemies. Death ground, no escape. When retreat is impossible, troops fight with unmatched resolve. The key idea is, do not repeat tactics in different situations. Victory belongs to those who adapt. Modern business context. In business, situational awareness means understanding your market, competitors, and company to create tailored strategies. Dispersive ground, your home market. Use loyalty programs and employee engagement to fight complacency. Facile ground, a new market with low barriers. Expand quickly to establish a foothold. Contentious ground, a competitive market. Use promotions or partnerships to outmaneuver rivals. Open ground, a market with many players. Stay flexible and lean. Crossroads ground, a strategic hub. Form partnerships or joint ventures. Serious ground, deep market penetration. Acquire local firms or disrupt supply chains. Difficult ground, a challenging market. Innovate continuously to overcome barriers. Hemmed-in ground, a saturated market. Use surprise campaigns to stand out. Death ground, a high-stakes situation like a critical launch. Commit all resources. Real-world example. During the 2008 economic downturn, Apple faced a tough market, like difficult ground. They launched the App Store, creating a new revenue stream and growing despite the crisis. Application to diplomacy and geopolitics. In diplomacy, situational awareness shapes strategies. The European Union's trade negotiations with ASEAN countries are like crossroads ground, where alliances and balancing interests are vital. Lesson 2. Psychological command as a force multiplier. Sun Tzu says, psychology can turn weakness into strength. Unity through adversity. Troops bond tighter in enemy territory. Death ground principle. With no escape, soldiers fight fiercely because desperation erases fear. Controlled information flow. Generals withhold plans to prevent panic, revealing dangers only when needed. Eliminating doubt. Banning omens or superstitions keeps troops focused. The key idea is, desperation erases fear. No exit equals sign, no hesitation. Modern business context. In business, this is about leadership that inspires teams, especially in tough times. Leaders foster unity with a shared purpose, create urgency to boost performance, and manage information to maintain focus, like putting teams on death ground. When Steve Jobs returned to Apple in 1997, the company was near bankruptcy. He focused on a few key products, like the iMac, and instilled a vision of innovation, rallying the team to turn Apple around. Application to diplomacy and geopolitics. In diplomacy, psychological command manages perception. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, President Kennedy's controlled communication kept the public calm while pressuring the Soviet Union, avoiding escalation. Lesson 3. Leadership, secrecy, speed, and ruthless initiative. Sun Tzu highlights leadership traits for success. Operational secrecy. Plans should be hidden even from troops to keep the enemy guessing. Decisive action. Rapidity is the essence of war. Strike fast via unguarded routes. Coercive tactics. Seize what the enemy values to force compliance. No retreat strategies. Burning boats commits troops fully like Hernan Cortés did. The key idea is, lead troops like a shepherd driving sheep. They follow without knowing the destination. Modern business context. In business, this means keeping strategies secret, acting fast on opportunities, and making tough calls. Secrecy protects your edge, speed grabs market gaps, and ruthless initiative might mean restructuring or pivoting. Jack Welch at General Electric closed underperforming units and laid off employees to streamline operations. Though controversial, this boosted GE's efficiency and profits. Application to diplomacy and geopolitics. In geopolitics, secrecy and speed win advantages. The secret Oslo Accords negotiations in 1993 between Israel and the PLO made rapid progress without outside interference. Lesson 4. Operational art, from invasion to victory. Operational art is about planning and executing campaigns. Deep penetration. Invade the enemy's heartland to disrupt morale and consolidate forces. Resource management. Plunder resources to sustain your army without overburdening supply lines. Alliance strategy. On crossroads ground, split enemy coalitions with alliances. Terrain. Intelligence. Use local guides to navigate challenges. The key idea is, invasion depth determines cohesion, shallow incursions breed dispersion, deep thrusts forge unity. Modern business context. In business, this is strategic planning for big moves like market entries or launches. Deep penetration. Commit resources to dominate a new market. Resource management. Optimize investments in tech, talent, or infrastructure. Alliance strategy. Partner with others for market access or resources. Terrain. Intelligence. Use market research to understand trends and competitors. Netflix's shift from DVDs to streaming involved deep investment in content and tech, partnerships with device makers and data analytics to tailor offerings, making them a leader in entertainment. Application to diplomacy and geopolitics. In geopolitics, operational art shows in coalitions. NATO's Afghanistan operations used alliances, resource allocation, and intelligence to pursue strategic goals. Lesson 5. Adaptability as supreme skill. Sun Tzu calls adaptability the top skill. Flexible standards. Reward without rigid rules and give spontaneous orders for quick response. Contextual energy. Use the right strategy for the situation. Wrong ones fail. Phase shifting. Start cautiously, then strike decisively when the time's right. The key idea is that adaptability navigates changing circumstances. Modern business context. In business, adaptability means responding to market shifts, tech advances, or disruptions by pivoting strategies, innovating products, and embracing change. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Zoom scaled its infrastructure, upgraded security, and adapted to new user needs, staying a leader in video conferencing. Application to diplomacy and geopolitics. In diplomacy, adaptability handles crises. New Zealand's Jacinda Ardern used strict lockdowns and clear communication during COVID-19, keeping infection rates low and earning trust. Conclusion. In conclusion, Sun Tzu's lessons from Chapter 11 of The Art of War offer a powerful framework for today's world. Situational awareness, psychological command, decisive leadership, operational art, and adaptability help businesses, diplomats, and leaders succeed in complex settings. From Apple's App Store to Netflix's streaming shift, GE's restructuring, and Zoom's pandemic response, these principles drive success. In diplomacy and geopolitics, they remain just as relevant. Whether you're navigating a career, business competition, diplomatic talks, or global shifts, Sun Tzu's ancient wisdom remains a powerful compass. Thank you for watching. If you found these insights valuable, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Let us know in the comments how you might apply Sun Tzu's strategies in your own life. Until next time, stay strategic.